It is so painful that people are going into their early grave in Cameroon in a very careless way. More than 46 persons have died in Cameroon in a way we cannot explain. Just within 2 days, we are hearing about building collapse here, building collapse there, and building buried people or under. On Sunday, the 25th of July 2023, a 4-story building collapsed in Douala, killing 40 persons, and more than 21 persons are in the hospital receiving treatment. Few days after, maybe 2 days, another building collapsed in Ngaoundere, Adamawa region, killing 4 persons, 3-story building. And before that, in Limbe, after that heavy rainfall, that was on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, a building collapsed and killed 2 persons. TFA Talking Point is here today to talk about it. This is the second time we are talking about and giving a call and a warning to the government of Cameroon to investigate and bring down all the buildings that are not properly constructed because of the floods that were happening during those periods. Not knowing that climate change is coming and heavy rains will be penetrating the soil and touching and affecting all foundation. It's happening in Cameroon, and if care is not taken, it will continue and people will be dying carelessly. According to a report that we received today from Equinox TV, we heard that the city council, it says that there are more than 500 such houses in Douala. These 500 such houses in Douala that can collapse at any time. People are living there. And what we are hearing from the government of Cameroon is just a report telling us that these things are there, but doing nothing. That is to show to us that the government of President Paul Biya careless about the citizens, the Cameroonians. From that report, we also heard that there is a building in Aqua, that the building was not well constructed, and the government asked the owner to bring down the building. 13 years ago, the building is still standing. Because the government they're careless about, and then they want Cameroonians to die. I don't know what they are benefiting from it. But the carelessness and the negligence of the government, we should not allow it to keep on killing us, because that is exactly what the government of Cameroon want. They wish that these things should happen to us. We should keep on burying our loved ones while they stay in secure places, in secure apartments, in secure houses, and allow us in vulnerable, deployed, terrible buildings so that we can die at any times. I don't know the gain and the benefits they are receiving from it. But we have to do something. We have to change our mentality positively. Many Cameroonians are the one killing their own brothers and sisters because of selfishness, carelessness, wickedness, and negligence. Many Cameroonians believe that must be corrupt because the government is corrupt and they are doing terrible things. People will go and ask for building permit with a different plan, building plan. And then when they will issue the building permits for 1-story building or for 2-story building, there will be a 4-story building with terrible materials, not even with good material. Because many Cameroonians, what they care for is money, not human beings. And this is exactly what is killing us. Now with the issue of climate change, things are happening. Flood everywhere. And the heavy rainfall is penetrating the soil and affecting the foundation of many buildings. When the government delegate talk about more than 500 such houses in Douala, there are more than 1 million. Nearly 80% of houses in Cameroon can collapse at any time because they were not properly constructed. They were not properly constructed. The government will issue building permits, but they will not follow up because of corruption. And then businessmen took advantage of such to do and construct all kind of terrible buildings, because they know that Cameroonians are desperate and any building they can go in for. They took advantage of it and they are frustrating and killing many Cameroonians. What we need to stop this is just a positive change of mentality. That is all. That today, as you are listening to this video, check the building you are staying in. Call expert to check your buildings in Cameroon. Else, you will not be alive to check. Else, you will stand one day and say, if I knew. Do not regret tomorrow. Call expert to check your buildings. And if you do not have a buildings, you are renting, check that building. You can sacrifice little money to call expert to check the building you are staying in if the landlord refuses to. And the government, because the government will say they will do it, they will not do it. We need to take the responsibility into our hands. And if you look around your environment and you see any building that can collapse at any time, struggle by all possible means to report to the government and disturb the government until that building will go down. Because if you don't disturb them, they will not do anything. And if you don't disturb them, they will allow the building there. When the building will fall or collapse one day, the building will kill by you. What happened in Ngaoundere? That building that collapsed, the 3-story building, was under construction. When it collapsed, it fell on another building in which people were inside and killed those people. So if you fail to report the building collapse, it will kill you. The one in Douala that killed more than 40 persons. When the building was coming down, it took another 1-story building down in which people were staying inside. So if you say in Cameroon that you have to mind your business and you don't have to be reporting such things, you will die minding your business. It is time we take our responsibility. If we keep on depending on the government, all Cameroonians will die. Things are happening in Cameroon that you cannot explain. Things that can kill you in Cameroon are everywhere. And we Cameroonians are the people to correct this. If we don't, nature, life will be taken away from us, and we will not have any chance to correct